flowing. The sea, it wasn't a calm sea that he was walking on, but he walked on it like it was nothing because he is Lord over the sea. He is Lord over the storm. And he wanted the disciples to see him in that way. And sometimes the only way we're going to see him in that way is when we come up against opposition. When things are coming up against us, when the winds are contrary, when we have opposition, that's when we truly see Jesus, that he is Lord. That's when he can show himself strong on our behalf when we go through things. So sometimes it's important. It isn't fun going through storms. It's not fun. But that's when we really see Jesus for who he is. He showed them, I am Lord over this storm. He walked on that water. And Peter, when he told him, it is I, be not afraid, Peter was like, okay, Lord. He was a little doubtful, but he had some faith. And he says, Lord, if it's you, bid me to come. And Jesus said, come. And Peter stepped out and he came. And as long as his eyes were focused and he had faith in Jesus, he was able to walk on that. He was walking on water. The problem, the situation was under his feet as long as he was looking at Jesus. And the same with us. As long as we keep our eyes on Jesus, we can walk over the storm. We can have dominion over the storm, just like Jesus, as long as we keep our focus on him. He gives us the power and the authority to walk over the storm. Just like he walked on the water and he told Peter, Peter was like, if this is you, Jesus, bid me to come. And he said, come. He's telling you that I'm walking on water. You can do this too. This situation doesn't have to overtake you. I am Lord over this situation, no matter how bad it is. I am Lord. I have command. I have dominion over this situation. Look to me. It is I. It is I. I am Jesus. I am God. It is I. Be not afraid. It is I. So we have to really see Jesus for who he is so that we can have that strong faith. He wanted them to be encouraged. He wanted them to praise and be grateful. It's Jesus coming. We're in a storm, but I see Jesus coming. So it's going to be okay. That's what he wants us to have, to really have us magnify him and see him for his greatness, that he is Lord over everything. When he walked on that water, even though the winds were blowing and the waves were coming, and he walked on it with ease, he's showing you there's nothing too hard. There's nothing that's going to overtake me. And as long as you have me with you, there's nothing that's going to overtake you. There is nothing that can overtake you. I am Lord over every situation, every problem that you have. I am Lord. Just look to me. And as you walk with me, I'm going to help you conquer. I want to do miracles and do great things through you. Peter was like, oh, Lord, if it's you, then I want to do this too. Bid me to come. And Jesus said, come. He wants to do great things through us. And we can do it as long as we keep our focus and have our faith in Jesus, that I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. As long as we keep our eyes on Jesus and know that he is greater than any problem, bigger than any situation. He is Lord over it. He took dominion over that sea. He walked on that tumultuous, stormy sea. He walked on it. He had control over it. He is in control. The sea, the problem didn't take over Jesus. Jesus had command over it. And he has command over our situations when we give it to him. When we put our trust and faith in him. When we keep our eyes and focus on Jesus and keep trusting in him. He has our situations at hand. And again, he wants to use us. If we have enough faith, he wants to use us and do miraculous things in our lives. And he can, as long as we trust and believe in him. He's given us authority. He's given us authority to walk on water, to walk, to get over our situations, to get over our problems, those hard things in our life. He has given us the authority and the power through him, through Jesus. But we can't look at the situation and let the situation be bigger than Jesus. Peter's eyes, he saw the situation as bigger than Jesus. Because at that point, he didn't know who Jesus, really fully know who Jesus is. He didn't really see him in his full magnitude. So his faith was weak. But after when Jesus came and got on the boat, and then it says in verse 33, it says, then that they were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, of a truth, thou art the Son of God. They saw him after they went through all these things and they saw Jesus work. They said, of a truth, thou art the Son of God. And if we want to see Jesus really work in our lives, we have to see him as being God and Lord over everything. See him in his fullness. And then we will see great things in our life. We will see things conquered in our life. We will see breakthrough in our life when we look to Jesus and when we see him in his full magnitude, when we know him. He said, it is I, be not afraid. It is I, be not afraid. But when we keep our eyes on Jesus, just keep our trust in Jesus, everything is going to be okay. We just have to keep our faith in him. Amen.